What's going on, movie lovers all over the world? You already know it's your boy Mikey Savage 21, bringing you another movie review. And today I'm going to be reviewing the film Jason Bourne.
I remember. I remember everything.
Remembering everything doesn't mean you know everything.
We've just been hacked. Could be worse than Snowden.
Facial recognition got a hit.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
Why would it come back now?
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start right off the bat and say I've never seen a Jason Bourne film. I'm familiar with Paul Greengrass and his work with Matt Damon as this character of Jason Bourne. And I gotta say, if you're like me and you've never seen any of the Bourne films, you can actually walk into this with a great understanding and still get what the whole central focus of this message is. So that's one of the things that I have to commend them about on this film, is that even if you have never seen a Bourne film, you can still walk out and have a great understanding of what's going on. So getting to some details about this film, pretty much somebody comes to Jason Bourne, tells him, I know some secrets that you need to know. Jason comes out of, I guess, semi-retirement, and essentially he goes on this adventure all around the world trying to find the answers to what happened to him when he was younger and why he even joined the program in the first place. So I gotta say, I enjoyed this film, especially for just a standard action film. A lot of times with these action films nowadays, it's kind of paid by the number. You have cars, you have explosions, you have all these things that are going on. But what I like about this is it's a little bit different. You do have all the paid by number stuff, but there is stuff in there, which, again, I got to commend them for that, because a lot of movies, they tend to just follow the same beats and patterns. This one didn't. Well, I actually take that back. There were a few scenes in here that seemed like it was a paid by numbers film, but it's not throughout the film. There are certain points where I felt like this one character would just respond this way just so they could get to the next plot, and there really wasn't any explanation behind it. It just seemed like it was just jump to the next scene just to jump to the next scene. And a lot of paid by number action films tend to fall into that trap. And again, I've never seen any of the original Bourne films, so I don't know if all of them are like this, but I know this one in certain parts, it did feel like a paid by numbers action film. Getting into some of the negatives, one of the negatives that I have, and then I was talking to a buddy of mine about this, and he said all the films are like this, so again, I have no basis. I told him it seemed like they was doing a little too much moving around in the film. The shaky cam did get a little bit on my nerves after a while. It wasn't as bad as some previous films where the camera is just like shaking all over the place. But it was still just a little bit shaky. They were jumping from country to country, so that got a little confusing. Another one of the negatives I have, if you saw the trailers and all the stuff you saw in the trailers, all the action scenes and things, don't get attached to those, because they're not in there. A good majority of them aren't even in there. I don't know whether or not you'll get those on the Blu-ray DVD as a deleted scenes or as extras on the film. I'm not quite sure, but there were a lot of scenes it seems like they put in the trailer just to get us hyped up, and they weren't in there. Transformers does this a lot, where they put all these big action pieces in there and get you all hyped up, and then when you go see the actual film, half of those scenes aren't even actually in there at all. Some other little negatives that I had. Again, if you've never seen a Bourne film, you can walk into this with a great understanding. But there were times where I felt very disengaged and very disconnected to these characters. I mean, they kind of make you care about these characters, especially Jason Bourne as he's going through things. But there are other characters in the background to where you have no clarity of who they are, and you just don't care about them. You're disengaged from them. But again, going back into positives, can't tell you enough how much I enjoyed this film. It was a good action film. It was something good to zone out to and take my mind off of. It actually makes me want to go watch the other 3 Bourne films. I've heard I shouldn't watch the one with Jeremy Renner. Sorry, Jeremy Renner fans. I heard it's not that great, but I'll go watch it anyway just to get a basis of what it is. I do recommend you can go and see this film. It's one of those summer action films where, you know, you're getting ready to go back into the school season, you're getting ready to do new things, but you need something to kind of get you there, something to put you in a good mood, but you need a good little bit of butt kicking going on as well with some action. So then Jason Bourne is definitely the film for you. Again, it's minor cursing in here, so if you're, you know, don't care for cursing, there's not much cursing in here. Again, the action is up the ante. But as far as the score goes, well, you know what? I'm going to go a little over 3.5. I'd give this film somewhere between a C plus and a B minus, somewhere in there. Again, putting a number to it. Okay, how about 3.7? I think 3.7 is a good number to kind of put it at. Again, there are a lot of things in here that I just felt disconnected from, and again, that could be because I've never seen any of the other Bourne films. But I think when it comes to movies, you know, you should still set it up to a way where people can still understand the characters even if they've never seen a film before. And again, it does do that by giving you flashbacks to previous movies and previous things he's done in his past life, but you still feel a little disconnected. Again, it's paid by the numbers, but yeah, I recommend it. So what do you guys think about that? Have you seen Jason Bourne? Do you plan to see Jason Bourne? If so, please let me know down in the comment section below. I'd love to engage with you and get your thoughts and opinions on what you thought about this movie. Again, if you like this review, smash the thumbs up button. It helps out the channel immensely. If you didn't like what I said in the review and you just didn't like it at all, then you can give me a thumbs down. Either way, it helps out the channel immensely. Also, if you did enjoy this video and you want more content like movie reviews and other things I got going on, make sure you subscribe to me on YouTube. Also, I apologize for the lack of content. I haven't had anything up in the past couple of days. I'll address that tomorrow. Let's just say I have a big video planned for tomorrow that is dropping, and it took me a few weeks to put together, and I'm really excited about it. And I kind of mentioned it briefly in the video I dropped on Monday, my Testify Talks. So go check that video out. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this review on up. Thank you again for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed this review. Make sure you go check out Jason Bourne. If not, it'll definitely be a great Netflix rental when it comes out. I'm Testify to the Music, aka Mikey Savage 21, saying peace out.